So I think for the longer formats like papers, method's one of the critical pieces. We really want to see that you're transparent about what you've done and rigorous about the work you've conducted. So think about the process that you use to underpin your work, maybe the limitations of the work, the context that you're in, your positionality as a researcher, and I cannot say that enough, but how is what you do and who you are affecting the research that you're undertaking. All these things help a reviewer understand the work you've done and how you reached the conclusions that you did, and whether or not those conclusions that you've reached may be broadly applicable to the audience. So I think it's easy to skim over and try and put a short method in because maybe you're aiming for a 5 or a 10-page paper, but spend the time on it because that could be a deal breaker. I think for the short formats, the posters and the Pecha Kuchas, the work becomes unstuck when the contemporary literature isn't there. It's easy to think of what we do as novel and that we're first person to come up with an idea. And sometimes we are, but for the most part, what we're doing is building on the work that others have done. So situating your submission in the literature is really key. And if I can give a tip, ASCILITE proceedings from last year are the best place to start. If you think your idea is new and no one else has done it, go there. All the sources will be up to date. There'll be research from the last couple of years, basically. And if you need somewhere to start, I would genuinely go there, search the conference proceedings, and you will find something that will be helpful. Overall, the kind of, for any submission, the outcomes, discussion, recommendations part is key. Now, where submissions sort of fall down is they may make statements that overreach the conclusions from what they've done. So maybe they've done something in their local context. You have to be careful about how broadly applicable you state that is. Maybe it's sometimes making claims that actually don't quite line up with the work you've done. So maybe it's something you want to say rather than what you can say. So when you go to actually complete your submission, spend some time rereading it. Does the introduction and literature set up the discussion later on? Is the paper following a flow or is the abstract following a flow? Do the findings in literature and data kind of enable you to make the claims that you do? And then really think about, does the context of your study or your positionality affect the claims that you make? So is your context, as you as the researcher, actually affecting that? And is that making it more or less applicable in different sort of scenarios? So yeah, that's broad advice. Each submission is different, but maybe it gives you a bit of a flavour of kind of what we look for.